So what should you actually say when you're next to a girl? That you probably already know the advice, oh, you should ask questions and you should be interested in them. That advice is like really basic, and the guys who follow it end up feeling like they're in an interview with the girl. And you probably felt this too. You've probably felt that you've been in this one-sided conversation where you're asking her questions and she's answering, and it just feels like an interview. Maybe she's asking you the question out of like politeness. You say like, oh, what's your favorite type of music? And she says, oh yeah, like drum and bass. What's your favorite type of music? Yeah, well, I really like 90s bro. And the conversation, you know for a fact, is not the kind of one that she's having with Chad. So what conversation are these girls actually having which sexually excites them? And it's definitely not the kind of one that you're having which just feels like an interview. This is exactly what you do. Instead of asking questions and making your conversation with her kind of like an interview, you instead tease her. Teasing a girl is far more enjoyable than going through like this dry, boring ass interview questions of like, what kind of music do you like? You tease her in almost like a slightly mocking tone with like a slight insult. You don't want to just tease her by saying, oh yeah, you're a fat bitch or some shit. But you want to tease her in a way that's quite clearly like not true, so it's not going to hurt her feelings. For example, with my girl now that I'm dating, for our first date, we sat in a cafe together and we both had like a hot drink, and we were in Thailand, right? So we met in Thailand. She's wearing like this beautiful black dress, and this one cafe was pretty warm, so she started to sweat, as you know, it's normal to do in Thailand. And I just started making fun of her for sweating. I was, oh, you did squats in the bathroom, like to warm up before you come speaking to me and stuff. And you know, she had like a bit of sweat. I'm wiping it off her and saying, oh, you're so sweaty, you know, just teasing around with that. That made our conversation flow so well, to the point that I was leaving Thailand that same day, by the way. That was my last day on Thailand. I literally just had like a last minute date with this girl. It was so good. She was meant to stay in Thailand with her brother for like months in the future. We had such a good time together on that date that she literally left her travels early, came back to the UK to be with me. So I made such a great impression on that first date because I focused entirely on this kind of teasing, light-hearted vibe, this sexual energy, before getting into the more sort of serious conversation.